and some green slime dribbled out onto the floor, you know, and the only harm done to anyone was an asthma attack, someone standing beside, and all the reports were of, you know, dreadful terror, this is even worse than July 7th and so on, and claiming the bombs failed to explode. Well, they didn't fail to explode, they did exactly what they would have done, and a black pepper peroxide bomb would have done just the same. Okay, have we got time now to just do a bit on the
yeah, we could probably squeeze 15 minutes in. I mean, I can still hear the football upstairs, I think, so
yeah.
I'm sure we've got till 6:15.
Okay.
Yeah, what
Yeah.
our question is, 2 weeks after the 7/7 bombings, there was an attempt to blow up the tubes again, but the valves failed. So I want to know where that came from.
Right, well that's what I was just talking about with the chapati flour, because I attended the trial there, and these are obviously manipulated young lads, and we'll never know what really happened, but it was made to be very similar with fourfold, and they said their Islamic ethics wouldn't permit them to take a life or really hurt anyone, but they did want to give a slight fear of what it was like having bombs go off. And so they did really have peroxide in their flat and mix it with chapati flour and put it in their rucksacks.
Real youngsters, they'll want to be terrorists that like brainwashed
Yeah,
the media to do
yeah,
it.
incompetent, non-understand terrorists strike again.
So these guys weren't the same guys that were the Paxers, they weren't the same.
No, they weren't the same, no.
These boys from my area. Those
Oh, were they? Oh, right.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
one of them got from Finsbury Park some hair bleach, which is what they used, apparently, hair bleach.
You're talking about once at Shepherd's Bush, are you talking about?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, if I may come on to... Sorry? Should we come on to what happened on the coaches now? Because the inquest brought out a fascinating load of evidence.
Yeah.
Let me very generally state that the inquest has given us, as you can see here, whole positions of everybody, and also it gives positions of dead bodies, and it's also estimated where they think the bomb went off. Now, it's a lot of information there, which enables us to localise things in a way we couldn't before. This is the very crowded one, over 100 people, the Piccadilly line. You can see the blast is there, and I think it's Lindsay, is it Lindsay? We're just there. So his body is nowhere near the blast, and various ID things were sprinkled around him. He had a passport, a driving licence, and his telephone bill. So
useful.
Useful, yeah, just the sort of thing you would take with you if you're going to blow yourself up. So they put these ID things around him, but it's quite a distance away from where the detonation happened.
Nick, who are we talking about here? One of the boys?
Yeah, this is, I think it's Jermaine Lindsay, right?
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. The blast is generally on the centre of the axis of the train, and it's elongated, it's not central. That's a general statement about the three trains. So I think the inquest has brought out very clear evidence showing that the bombs were placed underneath the trains. I think it brought out so many witnesses, people talking about how they got their feet and their legs blown off. I mean that keeps coming up again and again and again, just as it did with the previous 2006 Greater London inquiry, and they just ignore it. The inquest just ignores it, right? In a way, although it's macabre, you do really want a map, show all the people who had feet and legs blown off and where they were sitting. I think that is really what you need.
And is there a map of it?
No. There's just a map of people, of where dead bodies were. So that shows you. So we've got a position here, and it's nowhere remotely near where Jermaine Lindsay's body is. Yeah.
You were saying that the blast was sort of elongated?
Yeah.
Going along that axis?
Yeah.
So are you saying that there's something about the fact that they were underneath the carriages that made that happen?
Yeah.
So what's the link there then? Well, why would that produce that effect?
Well, there are various witnesses about the metal curves upwards, it goes upwards, and I'd like to come on to the Edgware Road coach especially, where this has, I found this has 3 different holes in the coach, not anywhere near each other.
I'm just wondering what is it about the bombs being underneath the coaches that would produce that elongation? Is there a theory on that?
Light travels through space.
Well, I haven't really, no. In fact, I'm not at all sure what the weapon was. It might have been some sort of technology we can't easily understand.
Could it be the wheels deflecting the blasts along that axis?
Yeah, well, just let me reply.
So you've got 10 minutes as well.
Yeah, there's a lot of testimony about what people experienced, and very little of it sounds like a bomb going off. Most of it is of orange fire being seen outside the coach, and of a roaring sound, which is unforgettable, and of being electrocuted. Those are the kind of main experiences people have. And in general, when people meet, say outside, so all the people in this coach, they come out from Russell Square Station, they sit around dazed, and they talk about what's happening, right? So there are accounts of that, that's very important, after 9 o'clock, about 9:30, they're sitting around outside Russell Square, or people who are in this, most of the people who are in this front carriage of Piccadilly line, and they think, did the train come off the rails and hit something else, hit another train, or was it a power surge? Those are what they're discussing. Now, nobody suggests that a bomb has gone off. So this is part of the mystery of what happened, that the bomb stories, as it were, added later. So I just want to leave that a bit open, what really did go bang.
Because the main effect would have been underneath you, so they wouldn't have...
Yeah, it looks as if, especially with the Edgware Road coach, that definitely got lifted up. Mark Honingbaum, he was the Guardian journalist who gave testimony. He was standing outside Edgware Road, and all morning he listened to witnesses, first-hand accounts, and they described the train being lifted up off the coach, and a sense of a bomb glass coming from underneath, and of the metal being lifted up. He then sends that as an audio file to the Guardian, and they soon realise that they can't possibly print it because it doesn't fit with the official story. But they can't get rid of it either because people have copied it. So it hangs around in a kind of limbo, and it's there, it's totally authentic. He tries to back away from it, but I think the inquest accounts have totally validated it. If we consider the Edgware Road one, I'm sorry, I may not have a picture of that. It has car. With all these, there's no witness, no credible witness at all seeing any terrorist, okay? That's just part of the story. With Khan, you get one witness putting him on some chairs, sitting down with his bomb on his lap.
Yeah.
In between the first and second sets of double doors, okay? And the problem is that there's no hole in the floor anywhere near Khan, where he's supposed to be. And why is he there? Why do I think he's there? This chap Biddle, Danny Biddle, he's standing by the second set of double doors. If you imagine there's 2 main sets of double doors in a tube train. He's standing by the second set, and that's actually where 2 huge holes were blasted in the floor. And he gets blasted out right through the doors. He hits the wall outside the carriage, loses both his legs and his eye, and he's in a coma for a long time. He's in hospital for a long time. And while he's in hospital, he sees the Khan video of Khan, talking, and then he's then prepared to give an interview after he's seen that video. And so he tells the story of I saw Khan, something like Khan, sitting on this chair, and then he tells it to another paper. And by this time it's changed. He sees Khan standing up right next to him between the double doors. Presumably this is influenced because he's